Hello, welcome inside the Panther Den. Your hosts for today are Blayne Taft
and me, Landon Peterson. Today we're going to bring our superintendent in to talk about the bond issue. And maybe after that, Blayne and I will talk a little bit about the Medford game. All right, so we have our superintendent, Mr. Shiever, here to tell us about the bond issue. So, Mr. Shiever, what would you like to tell us about it?
All right, guys, thanks for having me. We're going to run a bond issue October 14th. And basically, this bond issue is a need, not a want. You know, our Suburbans, our newest Suburban is a 2015. We have two Suburbans that have over 300,000 miles on them. Our old gym floor, our coaches don't feel safe practicing our varsity players on it because it's too slick and we can't sand it down anymore. It's already been sanded as many times as it can be. So we're looking at replacing it for the safety of our students. And then our route buses, you know, we need new route buses, we need new activity bus. Our activity bus, we're sending kids across the state to different events, whether it's football games or whatever, that you know, without air conditioning, and it's not a vehicle that we feel like we can trust a lot right now. And so those are some things that we really like to get fixed. Our technology at the elementary, our interactive boards that we have in the classrooms at the elementary are way outdated. You know, whenever I became an elementary principal at Longfellow in Alva, and that's been 17 years ago, it's the same technology that we had there that we removed in the second year that I was there. And so, you know, those are some upgrades for our kids. And so those are some things that we really like to see for our students, for our students' safety, and to make them feel like we're up to date. And if you have any questions about it, please come visit with me. You know, we're going to love you no matter whether you vote yes or no. Hopefully you love us still with our opinions. So get out and vote on October 14th.
All right. I've heard about a community meeting. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. On October 7th at 7 o'clock in the auditorium, we're going to have a community meeting and answer all questions that our community might have, whether it be the tax impact or basically emphasize the needs that our students have. The thing is, we want, right now financially our school is we're not in the best shape financially, but we want to be able to provide for our students and let them know. We want our students to feel like they're going to a great school, which they are.
Yeah, I've been going here since pre-K, and honestly, I wouldn't want to go anywhere else. It's a great school. Can you tell us about the impact that this is going to have on taxes?
Yeah, the projection is that the first year is going to raise taxes just a tad over 10%, you know, and that's with, if our ad valorem keeps dropping, you know, that's a 10-year or 5-year projection. Last 5 years, it's dropped by an average of 5.5% annually. This year, it only dropped by a little over 3%, and so hopefully we're getting down to the situation where we're not dropping and we level out.
All right, that sounds good. Thank you for letting us interview Mr. Shiever.
Thank you. You guys have a great day. I love your podcast.
Thank you. You too.
So, Landon, what were your thoughts about the Medford game from last week?
Well, obviously, it was pretty cool because it's a rival game. Medford and Pond Creek have been rivals for quite a while, and our coach likes to say Pond Creek is the king of Grant County or whatever. So it's kind of like we're defending that title for him and ourselves, obviously, and our school. We had a pretty cool pep rally before that game, and our coach hyped everybody up in the school. I think he was a big reason we had so many people come down to watch the game. It was a pretty awesome experience to be on the field and have so many people cheering for us to beat Medford. Another cool thing is that last time we lost to Medford in 2020, since then we've had 2 classes go through the entirety of high school without losing to them again. So last year's seniors, they went all 4 years of high school, didn't lose to Medford, and now this year's seniors. So it's pretty cool to be a part of that and be able to add our class to that group that has gone through high school without losing to our rival. So those are my thoughts on the Medford game. Blayne, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I thought our defense played really hard the whole game. We didn't stop. We just kept going, and our just D line, we just dominated the Medford line.
Yeah, I agree. And our defense really stepped up at the end. The offense couldn't get it done, couldn't get the last drive that we needed, so our defense had to step up for the last few minutes. Kyson made a great interception to end the game. So that was awesome to be a part of. But basically, I only play offense, so at the end of the game, I was just sitting there watching, told my teammates that it's in the defense's hands. There's nothing I can do anymore. So it was pretty cool to see them come through at the end there.
Yeah,
They did great all game, too.
yeah, yeah. I was getting gassed. I played both sides of the ball, and
If I had to play both sides, I would not do good. I'm glad I just have to be the center for offense and not have to worry about going both ways because I would also be gassed the entire time. There were some pretty great moments on offense too, like the one where Blayne scored on the hook and ladder. That was really clutch,
yes, that was a really good play call by Coach Bowman.
and it happened right after I had a bad snap, the worst snap of the game, went back like 20 yards. So that was pretty good for me. I was really glad right there because I just made a huge mistake, and only for us to go score on the next play. So I got off the hook. But other than that, one little mess up, I like to think I did pretty good the rest of the game. I also have a good O line with me. I got a first year. This is the first year Kane Garcia has started. Ethan Stevens is a sophomore, but he started last year. So he's experienced. And we were able to hold Medford back pretty well. And they were tough, but obviously we got the job done. And it was cool to work together like that. They're pretty good friends of mine. So the fact that we are on the starting line together is a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, our O line did great against Bedford. I think we should have beat them by more. We had 3 fumbles.
Yeah, we did have those 3 fumbles, but even though we didn't do too great on holding on to the ball, we still came out with the win. So still proud of you, Cooper.
Yeah, Coop, we still love you, even though I fumbled too.
Yeah, we might have actually had more than 3 fumbles. We had a few guys who fumbled in that game. Funny thing about that is our coach had them the other day carry footballs around school, and everybody was trying to get them to fumble it. And they had to keep track of how many times they dropped the ball throughout the day, and they had to run a gasser for each time they did it. So what a gasser is 2 down and backs on the width of the football field. So the football field's like 40 yards wide, so you had to do 2 down and backs on that.
Yeah, I was one of those people, and that was awful.
I wasn't. I don't carry the ball, so I didn't even have danger doing that. But if I did have to do that, that would suck. All right, thank you for tuning in for Blayne and I's week of Inside the Panther Den. Make sure you come out and vote on the 14th of October, and we hope you tune in for the next week's.